Hi friends, welcome to our channel Knowledge Factory UPSC. Today in this lecture we are going to discuss the 8th chapter of NCERT Class 6 and the name of chapter is India, Climate, Vegetation and Wildlife. It's the last chapter of our Class 6 NCERT text. Before going to the chapter, those who does not subscribe to my channel, please subscribe and like the video. Let's go to the chapter. As the title suggests, this chapter deals with climate, vegetation and the wildlife, and it's very simple chapter and it only contains some important concept which may be useful for your NCERT exams, PSC as well as UPSC exams. Okay, so let's go to the chapter. First of all, we can find what is weather here. Weather is about day-to-day changes in the atmosphere. It includes changes in temperature, rainfall, sunshine, etc. It suggests that if today we have a hot type, that means we have a high sunrise, and we can notice that today, tomorrow, or the day after tomorrow we have rain. Okay, this depend upon the weather of the atmosphere. So what's the weather? Weather is about day-to-day changes in atmosphere. Okay. Broadly, the major seasons, that means according to the weather we can classify the seasons. And broadly, the major seasons recognized in India are cold weather, hot weather, southwest monsoon season, and the season of retreating monsoon. Okay, the cold weather season is also known as winter season, and it's from December to February. Okay, and second one is hot weather season or summer season. It's from March to May. That's up to 3 months. And the third one is southwest monsoon season or the rainy season, and it's from June, July, August and September of duration of 4 months. And the season of retreating monsoon, that is on autumn season, it's from October and the November season. Okay, so according to the weather we can classify our seasons. There are 4 seasons, which are the cold season, hot weather season, southwest monsoon season and the season of retreating monsoon. Okay, first of all, we have to go through the cold weather season or the winter season. During the winter season, the sun rays does not fall directly on this region, and as a result, the temperature is quite low in the northern India. Okay, so when the cold season, the sun rays does not fall directly on that area. And the second one is the hot weather season or the summer season. In the hot weather season or the summer season, the rays more directly or less directly fall to that region, and the temperature become high, and the hot and dry wind occur in this area is called as lu. There may be a short question about what is lu. So temperature become very high, and as a result hot and dry winds occur in that area came to be known as lu. Okay, let's see what is southwest monsoon season. This season is marked by the onset of the advance of monsoon, and the winds blow from Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal towards the land. Okay, make that point clear. The wind blow from sea to the land, that means from Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal towards the land, that means from sea area to the land area. And it carry, and as a result we know that from if a wind is coming from the sea to land, or means a water body to the land body, it will normally carry water from it. Okay, or the water through that wind, and this carry the moisture from them, and when this wind strikes at the mountain barriers, then the rainfall occurs. Okay, it is known as southwest monsoon season or the rainy season. That means the wind from water body, especially from the sea, that means from Arabian Sea and the Bay of Bengal, is coming towards the land and hit the mountain region, and it qualifies, and the rain occur. It is known as southwest monsoon season or the rainy season. And the last and foremost and the last season is the season of retreating monsoon or the autumn. Okay, as the word suggests, that means from the retreating monsoon, as the word suggests, the wind move back from the mainland towards the Bay of Bengal. Okay, that means the moisture content air in the land is moving towards the Bay of Bengal. This is a season of retreating monsoon, and the southern part of India, particularly in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh, receive the rainfall in this region. Okay, during this time, that means during the time of retreating monsoon, the areas in Tamil Nadu and Andhra Pradesh in southern India receives rainfall during this time. However, the next, that is all about retreating monsoon season. Next, we have to know what is climate. Okay, first of all, we have already discussed what is weather. What is weather? Weather is about day-to-day changes in atmosphere. So let's see what is climate. Climate is all about average weather condition which have been measured over many years in a area. Okay, so what is climate? Climate is an average weather condition which have been measured over many years. So what is weather? Weather is all about day-to-day activity. So weather is day-to-day activity. Climate is all about measurement of an area's weather for a long period of years. Okay, so the climate of India has broadly been described as monsoon type. Okay, so the climate of India has been broadly described as monsoon type. Monsoon is taken from the Arabic word mausim, which means season. So the word monsoon is taken from the Arabic word that means the mausim, which means season. Okay. Due to India's location in topographical region, the most of the rain is brought by monsoon wind. Agriculture in India is depend upon the rain, and a good monsoon means adequate rain and a bountiful crop. Okay, so the Indian agriculture is mainly depend upon what? The Indian agriculture is mainly depend upon the monsoon season. Okay, is that clear? I hope that will be clear to you. Then the climate of the place is affected by its location. So the climate of a place is affected by its location, altitude, distance from the sea, and the relief. Therefore, we experience regional difference in different areas. For example, when we see the places like Jaisalmer and Bikaner in the desert region of Rajasthan, we experience as very hot, while Dras and Kargil in Jammu Kashmir is freezing cold. The coastal places in Mumbai and the Kolkata experiences moderate climate, and they are neither too hot nor too cold. Being on the coast, these places are very humid. The Mausinram in Meghalaya receives the world's highest rainfall, while in particular areas in the years of the Rajasthan, especially in Jaisalmer in Rajasthan, does not have rain for a week for a year also. Okay, so it is a reason for different areas in India does not have the same seasonal experiences and the same rain experiences. Okay, once more I will explain. The areas like Jaisalmer and Bikaner in the Rajasthan are very hot, but in the case of Dras and Kargil of Jammu Kashmir, they are freezing cold. In the coastal plains like Mumbai, Kolkata experience moderate climate, and in Meghalaya of Mausinram, that means in Mausinram in Meghalaya receives the world's highest rainfall. It is all it's due to the what is the reason for all these? It's due to the location, altitude, and distance from the sea and the relief of these regions. Okay. Let's see what is natural vegetation. Okay, here we can see that means there are also small plants called as bushes, shrubs, plants, cactus, flowering plants, etc. in the forest. Besides, there are many tall trees and some with many branches and the leaves like neem, mango, and some have stand within few leaves like the palm. Okay, that means in our forest or in our vegetation we can find different type of plants and different type of trees such as bushes, shrubs, flowering plants, cactus, and the trees which have many branches such as neem tree and one or two leaves such as palm tree, etc. Okay, so the grass, shrubs, and trees which grow on their own without the interference or the help of the human beings are called as natural vegetation. Okay, here is a picture which shows a natural vegetation. In this we can find that there are shrubs, ground layers which have the trees canopy and which have the different heights of trees, different type of climbers, bushes, shrubs, etc. Okay, so this constitute natural vegetation. That means there is no human interference in growing of the plants, so it plants freely without their own like. So it is known as natural vegetation. Okay. Next, we can find that there is a picture of a tropical rainforest. So there is a question which is asked to you that why are forests necessary, or is the forest is necessary to us? Okay. So is the forest is necessary? Yes, because the forest is very useful useful to us. They perform various functions. The plant releases oxygen that we breathe and absorb carbon dioxide. The roots of the plants bind the soil, thus they control the soil erosion. The forest also provide us with a timber for furniture, fuel, wood, fodder, medicinal plants, and herbal like honey, gum, etc. Okay, so the forest help us very much in economically and for our living, because for our living the forest provide us oxygen. For our economy it provides us different materials which were useful for us. Okay. The natural vegetation has been destroyed to a large extent because of the reckless cutting of trees. So we have to plant more trees and we have to conserve the forest and the trees and plants more trees in the environment for our social benefit and for our individual benefit. So we have to keep our environment clean and keep our nature green. Okay, here is a beautiful picture which shows how the plant, that means how the trees and the forest help us. When we observe it, we can find that the trees and the forest provide us with furniture, sports good, fuel, fodder, shelter, medicines, oxygen, honey, fruits, gum and lac, natural vegetation for animals, timber, rubber, and it also provides us, that means behalf of all these, it binds the soil and prevents soil erosion. So a tree help human in this much way, and we humans are destroying the nature and cutting the trees recklessly. So the conservation of our nature and the conservation of trees is very much essential. Okay, so let's see what is wildlife. The forests are home to the variety of wild animals, and there are thousands of species of animals which have the large varieties of reptiles, amphibians, mammals, birds, insects, and the worms which dwell in the forest. Okay, so the wildlife are present in the forest, and the forest provide the shelter for all these wildlife, including mammals, animals, birds, insects, etc. Okay. The tiger is our national animal which is found in the various part of our country, especially in Gujarat area. Okay, so our national animal is tiger, and the Gir forest in the Gujarat is a home for Asiatic lions. Elephants and one-horned rhinoceros roam in the forest of Assam, and the elephants are also found in Kerala and Karnataka. So note these animals and the states which they are found. Okay. And camels and wild asses are found in the Great Indian Desert of the Rann of Kutch respectively. Wild goats, snow leopards, bears, etc. are found in Himalayan region. And besides all these, there are animals like monkey, wolf, jackal, Nilgiri tars, etc. Nilgiri tars means which were in the regions of Ponmudi in Kerala regions and Tamil Nadu, etc. Okay, the Nilgiri tal is also the state animal of Tamil Nadu. Okay, note that point. India is the rich in bird life also. There are common birds such as parrot, pigeon, myna, gee, bulbul, ducks, etc. There are also several bird sanctuaries, and it gave the birds their natural habitat. This provides the bird protection from hunters. Okay, so in India there are behalf of animal sanctuaries, there are also bird sanctuaries, and it provides these animals or these birds their natural habitat and provides protection from their hunters. Behalf of these birds and animals, there are also different kinds of snakes found in India. For example, cobra, kite are most important among them. Due to the cutting of the forest and the hunting, several species of wild animals in the India are declining rapidly, and many species have already become extinct. So it's a homework to you to make a list of extinct animals present in India. So don't forget that. Comment some extinct animals which occur in India. It's a homework for you. So comment the name of animals which become extinct in India. And there is also a book known as Red Data books which provides the information about extinct animals and extincting animals. So make a note on this Red Data book and extinct animals. For protection of these animals, that means for tiger, we have Project Tiger which had been happened in 1973. So mark this point. The Project Tiger occurs in 1973, Project Elephant in 1992. Okay, so for the protection of these animals, we have We have the projects of government like this Project Tiger and Project Elephant, etc. So for the it's our duty to protect and conserve the animals and the wildlife itself. That means it includes forest, animals, birds, and even snakes. Okay, so it's our duty to protect all these organisms to maintain a good ecosystem. Okay, here is also a small point. We can find that what is migratory birds. Migratory birds means some birds such as pin-tailed duck, crows, flamingo, osprey, little stink migrate to our country in the winter season every year. The smallest migratory bird is little squint, weighing about only 15 grams. It travels from Arctic region to India for it takes about 8,000 kilometers. Okay, so it's a small description about the migratory birds. Make clear it also. So it's our duty to protect the animals and avoid these types of news. Look, this news: large-scale poaching alleged in Simlipal Reserve, and Wild Center, Will Center for Wildlife Lovers finally kitchen makeup. Okay, so to avoid these type of bad newses, we have to protect our nature and conserve our environment. Okay, these are the main themes in this chapter. By this, our last video is ending, and it's the last chapter of the Class 6. I hope you all clear with this chapter. If you are clear with this chapter, subscribe to my channel, like this video, and share it with your friends. Thank you.